This is The Scoop for Thursday.
I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines. Today is May Day, also known as International Workers' Day. It is a day of worker solidarity and protest. May Day dates back to 1886, when some 200,000 U.S. workers engineered a nationwide strike for an 8-hour day. In 1889, the International Socialist Conference declared May 1st would be an international holiday for labor. In the U.S., the holiday was met with contempt amidst the anti-communist sentiment of the early Cold War, so much so that in 1958, Eisenhower signed a resolution naming May 1st Loyalty Day. It was an attempt to avoid any hint of solidarity with the workers of the world. The historic Tampa neighborhood of Palmetto Beach sits just above sea level and faced flooding during Hurricane Helene. As WMNF's Chris Young reports, a $25 million plan announced last year is facing new tweaks to get the neighborhood, located south of Ybor City, storm ready.
The Pathways to Palmetto project was originally announced last summer. It focuses on narrowing Bermuda Boulevard along McKay Bay, as well as adding sidewalks. Crews would also reconstruct the seawall on McKay Bay. Brandon Campbell is the Director of Transportation Services in Tampa. The neighborhood, which the city of Tampa describes as underinvested, saw a storm surge of 7.5 feet during Hurricane Helene. And Campbell says the current seawall in the area is only around 5 feet.
So that is causing us to reimagine the scope of the project and to see if there are possibilities for us to even increase the height of the existing seawall, and then what impacts that might have on the existing infrastructure and street network.
Due to environmental review and design, Campbell says they're still about 3 years from construction. A 2024 press release says projects of this scale can take up to 5 years to complete. Chris Young, WMNF News.
Florida is ranked the lowest in the nation for annual teacher salaries, according to the Florida Education Association. This is the second year in a row that Florida is 50th out of all 50 states and D.C. WMNF's Faith Montalvo reports on the effects this is having on public schools.
The average salary for teachers statewide is almost $55,000 annually, while the minimum living wage is just over $61,000. Andrew Spar, president of the Florida Education Association, says this is causing a shortage in teachers and staff at public schools.
Teacher pay in Florida has been falling. It has not been increasing, and it is driving teachers out of the profession.
Spar says over the last 15 years, the state has put policies in place that make it harder to raise teacher pay, and it has not kept up with inflation.
It's really the state's responsibility, and they're failing in that responsibility to make sure that school districts have the resources they need to make sure that our teachers are paid competitively.
The FEA stated in a press release that current salaries and policies are contributing to lower test scores and less support for students. Faith Montalvo, WMNF News.
A legislative effort to ensure golf courses, pickleball courts, and luxury lodges are never built in state parks has stalled in the Florida Senate. The Florida House passed its version of HB 209 unanimously, but its Senate companion has been prevented from getting to the chamber floor despite clearing all its committees on unanimous votes. On April 29th, Senate President Ben Alberton pulled the bill from the Senate agenda for the day after gaveling the chamber to order for an 8-hour session. Environmentalists say the language in the Senate version is not tight enough and could create loopholes that would still allow inappropriate development and damage to natural resources in our parks. The group Friends of the Everglades has created an online petition calling on supporters to tell lawmakers to rewrite their bill with language that specifies precisely what is prohibited at state parks. You can find that petition at everglades.org. Mostly sunny with a high of 88 today. Lows tonight will be around 70 degrees and more of the same on tap for Friday. I'm Lisa Marzilli with the WMNF News headlines.
This is The Scoop, recorded at WMNF Tampa.